my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be picking my February TBR from my TBR jar. So in January I read 10 books and 4 of them were on my physical TBR. So I'm going to try and pick some more for this February month. I will also have a January wrap-up video coming out later this week. I have 63 books on my physical TBR, so I really need to, yes, I will still read other books on my e-reader or on audiobook, but I am also trying to get through my physical TBR because I am on a book buying ban. So we are going to pick from the jar. I have my picks from last month, and basically the ones that I haven't read yet, I'm going to put back in the jar. Like the ones that I didn't read in January. So that one I read, perfect. So this jar doesn't have all 63, it has any standalone book, and then it would have the next book that I need to read in the series that I'm in. It wouldn't have every book in the series because I'm not reading every book in the series. So for the first pick of the month, we have, okay, Sea Road. Okay, let me grab it. This is a literary fiction book by Ursula K. Le Guin. I got this in like a little library and I just thought it sounded interesting. It's just a work of fiction. It's about like the town of Clatsand, Oregon, and I don't really know what goes on, but it should be an interesting read, so hopefully we'll get to that this month. And our next pick is Caraval, so the first book in the Caraval series. I got this series for Christmas and I've been really wanting to read it, so I'm glad that it's on my TBR. So yeah, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And then we're gonna pick maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more. I like to have options because I am a mood reader, so I will pick the books of my mood from my physical TBR. Oh, Truly Devious. Okay. This is also the first book in a series. I think it's like an academic setting, and I think it's sort of like mystery thriller. And I was thinking of doing a thriller video this month, so it's good that I picked this one up. I'm in the middle of a lot of series, so starting new series isn't exactly ideal, but like I have to start the series to read the books, so either way, I was gonna read them. Okay, we'll do 2 more. I'm sort of hoping for a sci-fi because I'm doing a sci-fi video this month, so then I can read one of these sci-fi books. Renegades. Okay, that's sci-fi, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's more dystopian. Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I've had this book for so long and I still have not read it, so I'm glad that I'm finally going to get into it. I think it's sci-fi. I'll double check, but if it is, it'll be in my sci-fi video. And then we'll do 1 more. We'll do a 5th. The House Across the Lake. So the last one is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This one is a thriller as well, so if I do a thriller video, I can use this and Truly Devious. So I'm actually really excited to read this. I like reading thrillers because I can just like zoom through them really quickly if they are like compelling. So yeah, those are my 5 books that I for sure want to read from my physical TBR this month. I definitely will read other books as well. But here is the lineup. So thriller, fiction, sci-fi, and then like thriller and fantasy. Amazing. Another personal TBR that I didn't pick that's on my physical TBR that I want to read this month is the Realmbreaker trilogy. I've read the first book, I just started my reread, and then I want to be able to finish the whole trilogy because I've been really meaning to get to them. So that is another like personal goal that I didn't pick from the jar, but Realmbreaker as a reread was on my January TBR, and I started it like at the very end of January, so I'm just currently reading it now. So hopefully I can get to that whole trilogy as well. Okay, I also realized I forgot to mention my online TBR, so already downloaded onto my Kobo. I have The Wicked King, which I really want to read this month. I love the first book, so I'm so excited to go back into the world. And then I also have The Prison Healer and These Violent Delights. Those ones are more like maybes, but I think I might do a YA fantasy video, so those are total yeses for those videos. And then, because also I've just been meaning to read those books for so long, and now I have them available, so might as well read them. Yours Truly I have downloaded, but I'm not the biggest romance fan, so that's like if I randomly need a romance palette cleanser. And then some that I'm about to get, like that are on hold, are Quicksilver, which I've heard amazing things. Assistant to the Villain I'm not like super excited for, but I've just seen so many people talking about it. And then also A Crown of Gilded Bones, the third book in the From Blood and Ash series. That one is like also maybe, I read the second book in January and I like that one more than the first, but those books are so dense and there's so much description that they take me a really long time to read. So I don't know if I'm quite in the mood for that third book yet, but I will read it at some point. So yeah, that's like my e-reader, ebook options. And there's some that I definitely want to get to and some that are like maybes, but especially since I'm traveling a little bit, not traveling, but like road trips, I want to be able to just like read on my Kobo and not have to like bring a whole physical book. Also, let me know if you have any ideas. I think in the future for my TBR, I'm going to make prompts, so it's not just the book I'm picking, it'll have a prompt and then I can choose the book myself from that prompt, because I've seen people do that and I really like the idea. But this one was just easier to get rid of my TBR, and also it kind of forces me to read books that I wouldn't really want to choose. Like Sea Road, I've had on my shelf for so long and I don't really want to read it, but since I chose it, I'm going to try to pick it up this month. So I will have some more TBR ideas soon. Thank you so much for watching, and there will be an update on these books in my February wrap-up at the end of February if I read these books, or you'll see me read them in any sort of challenge videos I do.